Voice check, voice check. Google, 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 Google. What's up, land of Bitcoin? I hope all is well for you. All is well for you today after this recent dump on your head. So, for those of you who've been watching my channel recently, you know I've been in a long, short, and a long and a short at the same time. I've just had this ongoing swing trade, I call it, where I'm long and a short. That's worked out really, 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 really good for me. I think my camera moved. Obviously, right now I'm not in a short. I just have that long and it's way underwater because Bitcoin will eventually go back up. It just may take several more weeks, months. It may take a couple more months for it to go back up to over 70,000 and higher. But eventually we will get up close to 100,000. I'm 99.9% sure in 2024 we will go over 100,000. It just might be in Q3, Q4. Anyways, I don't want to go off on that tangent. But obviously, I'm not in a short right now. Let's zoom in. I just want to show you because I like showing my trades, good and bad. Now, I have another account where yesterday I was out working and I was watching all this price action on my phone, and I was like, oh, it's gonna go up now, and it's gonna go down here. I was just nailing it perfect, right? Just looking at it, and I came home. I got to my 55-inch big screen here where I can zoom in and do some day trading, and I didn't use a stop loss, and somehow I was in a short. And anyways, I was doing a little day trading last night, and I shorted, and I just barely got stopped out, and it came down another level, and I longed, and it broke through that level, and I was like, well, I don't want to lose $20. And I'm telling you this for a reason, because it's good experience. And I was just watching all these levels on my chart. Let's go down to the hourly. For those of you who've been watching my videos here the last month or so, I've been pretty accurate. And my last video, I was saying we're probably going to come down to the 60,800 level, white line here, and actually just came, and for a few hours that was direct support, and then it just crashed through there, and it even went through the next one down 59,800, and this thing went all the way down to 59,160, give or take. And I just want to show you, people might be scared out there. So what is going on right now in that long that I just let run? You can't see it on this account, but I just sat there and watched it go through all these. Oh, maybe it'll bounce here. Maybe it'll bounce here. Maybe it'll bounce. I'm not taking this big loss. I'm not taking this loss. I'm not taking this loss. No. And something I've learned recently in day trading is just, if the trade goes the wrong way, just have a stop loss and just accept the small loss right away, just no matter what. But for some reason last night, I think it's because of psychological effect. A lot of this market's psychological. Let's get these joins off here. Psychological. I was out working for about 9 hours, and I just watched the action, and I was just calling it perfectly in my head. I wasn't trading, and I was just like, And then I got home. I was like, I need a trade. It just came in, and I initially shorted this big move, and I just barely got stopped out. And it came down to support line, like I said, and I turned around and longed, and it kept dropping, and it kept dropping, So I just made the decision to just ride it out. And right now, if you go back to the left, there's this wick here at about 59,000. And that's where we just came down and bounced off of, just basically just a few dollars above that. And it's in correlation with these past 3 weeks here. So I'm at the mercy of the market, and I think it will hold. Now, this is the monthly close coming up here in an hour and 40 minutes from where I make this video, probably right after I get this video published. But I just watched it go through all these support lines, and it's been a long time since I made a dumb mistake like this, but I want to show it to you. Now, I took profit on a short on my swing trade, but for some reason I didn't use stop loss last night, and I just got stuck in this stupid crash. And I had a pretty good feeling it's not going to go below 59,000. Now, If Bitcoin comes down here below 59,000, it sets a new low. 59,000 under there is a new low. That could be extremely dangerous, and it could be coming down much further. But if it can hang on and close this month without setting a new range low, it will be good. And the longer it sits down here, let's get my chart back off there. The longer it sits down here, hey, it just bounced off like 59,100, 155. The longer it sits down here and does not drop is good news. It'll give the bulls a chance to go, okay, it's stabilizing, time to buy, right? Because that market sentiment is out there in force, and that is what has stopped it here. Now, the thing I need to say is this 59,000 to 59 to 60,000, where all these 5 wicks have come down almost here. This one, but these 5 wicks, this one on the left, and these 4 over here on the right, it's all 60,000 to 59,000. What I can say is this first one here was extremely rapid. Boom, right back up. And these 3 here, these next 2, extremely dumped down, extremely rapid. Just I watched it. Just the buying pressure was intense. Just straight back up. This one took a little longer, and these 2 here took a little longer. And I kind of watched it, and I just got the feeling they're taking longer. And now this one's taking even longer, right? It's not being bought, snatched right back up, but it has bounced, and it is being bought back up. Currently at 60,457, so that's good. So like on my day trade, I'm in it, like my entry price is like 62,500. So I'll be looking just to get out of that. And it's pumping right now. We're looking at 60,500 as I speak. And so this looks to be recovering. I should just made a short video. This is what people will be worried about right now. It does look to be recovering. The monthly candle should close, and watch the next. After this candle closes, after this daily candle closes tonight, watch the action. I have a hunch it will pump, at least in the short term, for a day or two at least. There should be a pump coming, because it does look like, as I said earlier, it does look like the bulls are starting to recognize that this dump is likely over. Once again, it has bounced off the 59,000 to 60,000 area, and it does look like recovery is imminent, but it could just come right back down. But for now, I do think that it is just another bounce off that area. And the thing is later on, what you want to look for is it going to set a lower high, right? Like I'm perfectly happy just getting out of this long I'm trapped in right now at 62,500. I'm perfectly fine with just getting out of that, and just even taking a small loss, right? Getting out of that as soon as possible, because it does look like another high, a lower high is probably imminent, right? Below 64.7, or possibly below 67.1, right? Particularly if I put my drawings back in here, the top of my macro channel here is 66,000 over the next couple of days. So I would expect a higher low to be put in below 64,700. And there's all these resistance lines going up that I could yammer on about. But 62,500 will probably be resistance. That's a resistance area. That's where my trade is at. I thought it would bounce off there, and that's why I entered it long. And so that will probably actually be resistance. So I'll be more than happy just to get out at 62,500, and that is my analysis for today. It does appear to be bouncing, and it has all these resistance levels to come through on my chart. Let's zoom in a little. Currently, it's at the bottom of a channel. It's stalling out at 60,500. I mean, it's not stalling out there. It just broke through it. 60,509. There it is. Let's zoom in a little. So I'm just watching it. It should go right through most of these. The next important one is 60,800 resistance, and then there's really not a whole lot of super strong resistance up until 62.5. So I would watch 62.5 for possible rejection and come back down. Perhaps 63,200 area. And then if it does make it up here, watch, the high 64,000s, low 64,000s, mid 64,000s. These two white lines are 65. Let's see. I'm going to end this video. Watch for a lower high to be put in below 64,700. I hope you enjoyed it. It does appear that the dump is over. I could be wrong about that, but it does appear that the bulls are saying to themselves, beautiful time to buy. Get back in, right? So that was my hope here. And I don't like relying on hope. I made a bad mistake. I just want to share that with you. It appears that I'm going to get out of that bad mistake. And, have a good day. Hope you enjoyed it. Later.